Hi there, Jackie here, and today I wanted to make a short video about should you date during a pandemic? Okay, so I've been hearing this in my community. Women are emailing me. They're all wanting to know the same thing. Jackie, should I be dating during the pandemic? And here's my answer. Absolutely, you should absolutely be dating, but obviously you need to take precautions. But I think that this is just like we've all been in isolation for months, and I don't think you should hold back unless you have health challenges. And so I just want to give you share with you what I'm doing, and along with whatever your healthcare professionals are suggesting for where you live in your county, and what you feel comfortable with. Obviously follow the guidelines. I'm not an expert on this. I'm just going to share what I'm doing and my personal opinion. And so yes, I think you should date during the pandemic because you need to bring more joy into your life. And I know one of the number one things you want in your life, if you're watching this video, is you want a man in your life, and you want to be in a committed relationship by the time the fall comes, so you have to get out there. Now, one of the benefits that I find right now is it's creating more intimacy right up front. So you have an opportunity to create more emotional connection right up front with the man that you're texting with and talking on the phone with, because you have to have this conversation about the pandemic and the facts, and share the stories about how things are going for you. So I think it's a great icebreaker. Actually, it's like, hey, did you learn any new hobbies during isolation, or were you able to work from home, or did you discover that you're actually a great cook, or did you or what else? How's your family? All these kind of conversations can come out of what's been going on. And so I really recommend that you explore a deeper conversation with the man that you're talking to, because it's going to open your eyes to if they might be a partner for you long term, the way when they share about how they've navigated the situation. And so I think just this is a great opportunity in those video dates. You want to jump on a video date because you can pre-qualify a guy and vet him in a video date. You can see how he shows up, if he's on time, what he's wearing, and the kind of connection you could potentially have in real life by hopping on a quick FaceTime, a Skype, Zoom. There are so many ways that you can hop on a quick video call, and I really recommend the video calls. And I'm going to make another video for you how to conduct a great video date in another video. But for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to set that aside for now. So I just think it's a wonderful opportunity for you to get real about something that is real and how you've navigated it. And you can create a lot of intimacy, like I said, in a very short amount of time, because it's a real situation we're all dealing with, and how you're dealing with it, how much fear you've allowed into your life, and how you're navigating it really says a lot. And you'll be able to pick up from the man that you're talking to and how he's navigated, what his boundaries are, what his sensitivities are. And speaking of boundaries, it's so important you have boundaries during this time, especially if you don't want to touch, like shake hands or hug. You need to let your date know right up front. So when you get to the location that you've agreed to meet at, what you can do is use your hands. Your hands are a great boundary. They communicate something without really saying it. So you could say, you know what? And you just put one hand up there, and you're always smiling when you deliver your boundary, because that's the feather approach, right? The one of what I'm always teaching you about, using your feather. So you put your hand up and you're just like, you know what? I'm not ready to shake your hand, and I as much as I'd like to get a hug, I think that it'd be better for both of us if we have held off on that. So how does that sound? How does that sound? Or hope that's okay with you. And he's going to say yes, of course. But he may go to hug you at the end of the date, so you might have to do that again. Just being prepared, just knowing that you watch this video and you have it in your mind to hold up a little hand boundary about touching, is going to help you immensely, because it's like, oh, I really didn't think of that. Well, I've thought of it for you. And so make sure you apply that. And don't be afraid to hold that boundary. Him respecting your boundaries is information that you need to get about who this man is and how he does life. So if he's not going to respect your boundary, then good to know right up front, right? And so where are you going? Well, we're going to lunch. A lot of the restaurants here in San Diego have moved their tables out into their parking lot with an appropriate amount of distance between each table. So we're actually finding a handful of restaurants, or maybe even a little less, that we feel comfortable going to. So you can call ahead also. You can call ahead and find out what their policies and procedures are, and to make yourself feel more comfortable and know what you're getting yourself into, how many people are there, how many tables they have, etc. So make sure you do a little legwork if that's a concern for you. And I know every county, every state's different right now, so you're going to have to play that by ear. But I would definitely put effort into going someplace that you feel comfortable, and getting him to set that up front and making sure you have comfort level. Another great place is, outdoors at a park, sitting on a picnic bench, taking a picnic, taking your own beach chair, sitting 6 feet apart and talking. A lot of my clients are doing that. Riding your bicycles, that's a great first date too. It's like you meet at the park, you meet on your bikes. If you live close to each other, and you can ride around and do that social distance. And also another great place to meet is just simply in your backyard. Now, I don't recommend meeting in your backyard for your first date or going to his backyard for a first date, but after you've had a first date and you're comfortable, you can say, why don't you come by for a little appetizer and some lemonade or a cocktail, whatever floats your boat, and then you can have it all pre-set up. Anything that you want for safety precautions out on the table, your hand sanitizers and your alcohol wipes, you can have that all on the table along with a little appetizer. Could be something as simple as watermelon. You can have some watermelon bites out, or a little cheese and crackers, whatever you want to provide. Just something really simple. Keep everything really simple. If you notice when you're meeting, you don't typically eat a lot when you're talking on a first encounter. Plus, if you're going to keep your mask on, that would be impossible. So, think that through. And so, so your backyard on a second date, picnics, outdoors, walks, beach walks, and bicycle renting, going to a bicycle rental place, renting a bicycle, and then outdoors at a restaurant. So I'd love to hear your suggestions, what you're doing, what you're comfortable with. Put them in the box below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell so that you will receive a notification when I go live or I post a new video. Now, here's what I'm doing. I'm using the mask and just, like everybody else, wearing it. And then I'm using a shield. I'm really comfortable with the shield. So I've got both of these going on, so I can walk into a restaurant with my shield and with my face mask. And if I'm comfortable, I can take my face mask off and order my food. And then when the food comes, I'm comfortable, I can take off my shield. I really like the shield because it gives you a little extra added protection. And then if you're comfortable, you can take off your mask. Again, this is all personal preference. Follow your own guidelines and your own intuition. And then you can just leave your face shield on. And that would continue to give you protection. Not as good as the mask, obviously, but if you've already discussed history, etc., you might feel comfortable and ready to introduce that. And then that's it. That's how I'm rolling. I've got my shield, going to the gym with my mask, my shield, and taking them off in layers depending on my comfort zone when we go out to restaurants. So let me know how it's going for you and your suggestions so we can spread the love, so to speak. Okay, thanks for joining me. Sending you lots of love.